Hey, ISTJ, how come you are always the first one to join? How are you always the first one to join? You guys on notification. Hi, Anthony. Okay, okay, I haven't even sent the link you guys already. Damn. Not bad, not bad, not bad. How was trading yesterday? Do you guys manage to catch anything based on my analysis or not? Was still ranging between these two zones. So today I'm only trading if either side of this liquidity gets swept. Because I expect prices to continue accumulating in this liquidity pool here. So we just wait. I don't know. Today's NFP, so just gonna take it slow. Don't wanna get trapped before NFT. It's very dangerous. Okay, we can just chill a bit. See if London gives us any volume. Yeah, this is gold. We do have pretty much heavy impact news today. Should I do a London live today? Hope I'm good. Yeah, I'm just a little bit tired. We have NFP unemployment rate 3 at 9:30, and then we have a prelim consumer sentiment at 11. So four high impact news today. How have you guys been? Hey, it's me from yesterday. I was so close to passing my funded and made a bad mistake. So what mistake did you make? Yesterday was pretty crazy, right? It swept the buy side liquidity and then it also swept the sell side liquidity and start going ranging again. Interesting. I think gold can fly. Yeah, okay, okay. Honestly, for NFP, I don't trade news, but I think gold will go up to retake our fair value gaps above before dumping. So don't trade news. I don't trade news, but I think that it might tap back into here, this area here, our H1 fair value gap above. So okay, I don't trade news, but I feel that NFP will tap back into this zone here. Then we can look for possible sells in that area, right? 2050. But we shall see. Remember yesterday what I said about the DXY? Right, when we have to analyze our DXY as well. Look, yesterday our DXY, I say once you retake 104, right? Gold will dump. So gold actually dump, and then after that DXY dump as well. So now gold pumped up. So it's pretty crazy with DXY yesterday as well. Okay. It took a long and the candle didn't close, and yeah, 1 second left and didn't realize it. Look into Geo, okay, can sure. Okay, it just rejected our H4 resistance zone pretty nicely upon retest on the H4 candle. Multiple rejections here, right? So it's building a liquidity pool by itself here. So same thing, if it goes back and retest, we can look for sells at our H4 resistance zone, right? So same thing for GU or USD pairs. I expect maybe a pump to take out our buy side liquidity before a dump, right? So probably something like that. So we shall see how it works out, but expecting probably a dump. Same thing for gold, right? I hope that it will go up. So for gold, I'm expecting it to range today. So I'm just trading within this ranging zone. So we see which of these previous session highs or lows get taken out first. Then we will trade. How about it? AUD Okay, let me take a look for you guys. I expect gold to be pretty slow today. So let's just analyze and let's just focus on analysis and education today for this stream. Okay, I'll show you guys how I plot my zones, alright? So same thing for okay, let me remove everything. Like I said before, I'm for USD pairs today should be ranging as well. So let's see. Okay, on the daily we have a nice but up here it broke our previous zone here. Prices close bullish engulfing above it. So this order block will serve as the new fresh breaker block, which is also our fresh support zone. So if prices come back to tap here, we can look for possible buys. In this one is for ICT because the thing is how do I say it? Most of the concepts are similar to one another. So inducement is also it's the same lah where you mitigate the block and then prices come back to retest, fills and imbalance. So for AUDUSD, it broke and we have a very big bullish candle, right? This is something it's like an institutional candle. So remember the SMC notes that okay, for breaker block, right, is when an order block gets mitigated. So let's say this is an order block, right? Every time prices touch, it gets broken through. Now prices close above this order block, so this order block has been mitigated. So it become a breaker block, right? So a breaker block is basically like, when your supports get broken through, it turns into a resistance. When your resistance get broken through, it turns into a support. So this is the same thing for order blocks and breaker blocks or mitigation blocks. So this is for AUD If prices were to tap back here, I'll look for possible buys because of all these bullish candle and institutional candle push. Right. So we shall wait. Yeah, so those of you guys who are waiting for AUD it really swept previous highs right here. And then it did a liquidity sweep. Cause you saw 2 weeks daily. Okay. When you look at the daily candle, these are all the daily candle, right? You need to identify your daily buyers first. So now you can see that it's taking out previous day lows, right? So this was the previous high, took out the low here. Prices close above this low, create a new low. Prices close above. It closed above this low, so it didn't break a new low, and then prices came back up. So now we have to wait for prices to retest because there isn't a clear direction yet for all the USD pairs. Same thing because we have to look at your DXY, right? For all USD pairs, be it gold, GBP USD, Euro USD, AUD USD, right? We are dependent on NFP because NFP will dictate the general direction for all the gold. I mean for all the USD pairs, right? So it's gonna impact DXY a lot. So we shall see how NFP does to our USD pairs, right? So let's see. We recommend less experienced traders to trade during December. Continue learning. I would recommend every day to be a continuous learning journey, right? Forex is you have to continue upskilling. Even if you're a professional trader for 10 years, 20 years, you still have to constantly upgrade yourself. Even in any aspect of life, even business as well, right? Just look for continuous improvement. You have your fair shares of wins and losses. So just learn from your losses. Right? Don't give up. So we shall wait until one side of our liquidity gets taken out first. Yesterday was crazy though. It set buy side and sell side. News doesn't give direction. No, it gives you the direction because of the economic impact. It doesn't give you a direct direction, but it gives you how the general direction it will go. So for those of you guys who are inside my Telegram channel, we collate our news data for the entire past month, right? So it was super bearish for gold, right? It was very bullish for USD. That's why you see that our gold slump very hard this month, right? So it gives you the general direction of how USD pairs will move based after NFP or CPI and an FOMC statement. How do we set the daily buy and sell side liquidity? Okay, it depends what time frame you are trading, right? So let's say you're doing scalping, you can set your sell side buy side liquidity at previous session highs, but some people like to set at previous day highs and low. So like previous day highs and low, this is like your daily buyers lah, right? This is your previous day low, this is your previous day highs, right? So some people like to do it this way. But for me, I expect gold to continue ranging in between this direction until NFP, so I will just set this because I'm scalping right now. Yeah, supply and demand is my favorite strategy of all time. No matter what, I always like to incorporate supply and demand into my strategy. You can't trade DXY. You can only use it as an analysis. I don't think any broker allows you to trade in indexes. Since Gold and DXY are opposite, can you swing both? Uh, People usually use DXY as a Confluence to trade your US dollar pairs. Supply and demand is the same as support and resistance. So, I mean, it gives you a good gauge of where buyers and sellers might be stepping in, but you guys have to realize that not all the time your resistance is going to reject the price. Sometimes prices could just fly through your resistance. This is why you should always pay attention to your candlestick. Right? Pay attention to your candlestick patterns. Do not just blindly buy or sell at support or resistance zone. What's your you guys can just click the link in bio to join our Telegram channel. Just go to our TikTok link in bio. Right, so same thing for DXY. I expect DXY to tap into our fair value gap and then dump from there. So if NFP pushes DXY up, right, so this means that gold will dump, right? So from here we could look for a reversal trade as well, based off the DXY. But obviously you have to incorporate more confluences as well. Right, let's take a look at GJ. GJ we have more volatility due to the BOJ possibly intervening inside. Okay, currently I'm bearish on GJ right now. Have I ever traded? Yeah, Euro USD was my first ever pair. That's the funny thing. That was my first ever pair when I just started trading, and I have absolutely no idea how to trade it. Is there a time that all confluences candlestick are checked by a straight off track? Definitely, right? So these are market risk. So you have to understand that sometimes all your confluence can hit. You have a high probability setup, but you still hit your stop loss, right? That's why you have to have proper risk management. Not every single time you will have a win. In Forex, you have to accept that you will lose. There are times where I have 8 confluences lining up, but I still lost the trade. How can we contact admin? You can PM our admin on Telegram after you join via the link in bio. Alright, let's have a chat. So yesterday, did you guys trade Gold or GBP JPY after midnight? There was a lot of volume after midnight. Any of you guys trade Gold after midnight? Remember I sent you guys the analysis? Right. Remember the analysis that I sent? Right, this was our liquidity pool. I said that if prices close and rejects off our liquidity pool, we'll have a strong sell. Right? Am I from SG? Yeah, I'm from Singapore. Hi Luck, welcome back. You caught the gold at 2039 sell. That was an amazing sell though. Right? We almost hit it by 0.01 pip. My sell was at 2040. Right? Yeah, risk management will always be your best friend. Hi BO. Yeah, you can PM at VIP Orient FX. That's our admin. But now gold is hard stuck back into our liquidity pool. Right, like I said before, every time when it's accumulating, it will always bounce back into our liquidity pool. You can see how many times it bounced back and start ranging before the next breakout occur. So what we're gonna do right now is to wait for a next breakout to occur before we look for our next scalping trade before NFP. Hopefully we can get at least one setup in. We missed the sell. We were so close, 0.02 pips. Is trading in December more erratic? Yeah, definitely. November and December is the hardest month to trade. You can ask any profitable trader. or any professional trader out there, November and December is one of the hardest months to trade. But definitely just adhere to risk management. Everything will be fine. Your SL got hit today. What SL? How do you spot? Alright, go to this website called Forex Factory. Right? You can see the dates, and then let's say today we are at 8 December, you can scroll down. 8 December, you look at your red folders. So red folders are high impact news. Right? High impact news here. So these are the one that impacts the USD pairs the most. These are the one that give you high volatility. Right? But NFP is one of the biggest market mover. I know I want to see my medium as well. Would it be better to set sell limit? Okay, the thing about sell limit is you don't get to monitor candlestick action, right? So sometimes candlestick could just pull through or like this, right? Let's say you set a buy order here, right? Candlestick could just dump through, dump through, dump through. So this is why I prefer monitoring price action, but limits is today I didn't live today. What do you mean? We didn't even have a setup today. Yeah, yesterday our GJ setup hit SL. That's why I'm looking for recovery trades. So let's see for gold. Previously keep busting because you sell and the unexpected events. Yeah, that's why don't trade when there's high impact news, right? You don't want to trade when there's high impact news. Very, very risky. Our goal we hit 40 pips profit from the top layer. We closed. Yeah, yesterday was a bad trading day. That's why always it's okay. There's always another day to make it back. Our net pips for this week is still above 500 pips, so all's good. So let's see how we can end this week. Let's see how we can end this week. Check 250, alright. So 250 is a big zone here, which is actually where I might be looking for myself, which I'm more interested for a swing sell, right? This is 250, this is our key H4 resistance zone here. Right, okay, let me pull it up on the H1 chart. Right, so this is our H1 chart right here. We can see that we have a key resistance here. Right, so okay, yeah. Right, we have a key H4 resistance here at 2050 to 2054 is where the big engulfing sell stepped in. So there was a lot of sellers stepping in at this point here. How will gold be today? Okay, for me, I don't trade news. I never trade news. For those of you guys who have been following me for quite some time, I do not trade news because I don't like to take gamble. So we shall see. Yeah, okay, so I will not trade news, but I will look whether it taps into any of my key areas here. So if it taps into 2050, 2054, I might be looking for possible sells. If not, I'll be looking at 2070 to 2065 area here. Does trading get boring after a few years? I mean, I like it lah. I mean, it's like a game for me, so it never get boring for me. It's fun. Can we enter? Say wait it out. Prices are still consolidating, so do not enter when it's in a ranging market. So we have to wait for either side to break out first. I mean, yeah, if you're earning for it, why would you get bored? But the thing is, a lot of people turn it into gambling addiction. That's the scary thing about trading, right? After a while, people treat it as gambling. Subconsciously, they take it as gambling. Yeah, I want to give you guys a high probability setup. So we're gonna wait for a better entry. We shall wait for an entry to happen. Okay, I'm only interested to take an entry for buys if it suits our sell side liquidity here. So where I'll be looking for buys will be at here, right? I'll be looking for buys here, right? So we can target back around this zone here, above here, right? Same thing where I'm looking for sells because I'm expecting prices to range about here. So probably above here, prices same, either these two, right? Prices will still range today, so I'm still looking for either to hit. Anyone manage to catch the sells in the morning? What do you do to make trading like a game? Okay, treat it as a game, right? Treat it as a game. You don't wanna treat trading as a form of making your living expenses, right? Because once you do that, you'll become very your trading psychology will be very screwed if you treat trading as earning money. Trust me, because once you lose money, your trading psychology will go haywire. You managed to sell today, whole since morning. Anyone caught the 3-4 dump? I know a lot of people miss by spread, right? By 0.02 pips. You should have told in the group earlier. Which group? I sent you guys the signal earlier for the sell. 28 to 26 is a valid demand zone. 28 to 26 here, right? Here is it? Yeah. Okay, the thing is, I don't want to buy here because it's very risky. So I'll wait for either the sell side liquidity to get swept, hopefully tap into this H1 support zone, then we might look for entries here. You caught it at 1939 but stopped at your BE. 1939? You mean 2039? Yeah, so trading is all about mentality, right? You cannot be over focused about people winning or losing. You guys have to know you will have your losing streaks, you also have your winning streaks. In August, right, I only had 2 losses. I had 40 over 50 wins and I only have 2 losses. September was also around the same, but October is when I start to have more losses. And November and December was pretty hard. So my win rate went from like 95%, 90%, then went back to 80%, 75%. November and December was really hard. So we shall see. We shall see. November we ended off the month with about 80% win rate. So yeah. Yes, you're right. The Almighty King. Do not focus on the money. Focus on the execution. Treat it as a game. Don't think about trading to earn money, right? Because that's a mistake that screws with your psychology the most. Trust me, I've been there. Every single time I think of it as, oh, I have to earn $100 today. If I don't earn $100 today, I'm not making money in the market, and then I will revenge trade over trade and end up busting my account. So for you guys, do not go into my footsteps, right? So do not focus on the money. Focus on upskilling yourself, learning and analyzing the market, right? So how long have you guys been trading? For those of you guys who are new here, how many of you guys just started trading? Definitely, I've lost over $40,000 when I just started. I'm very transparent about my losses. When I first got into investing, I went into stocks at first and I lost basically all my money, about like 12,000. Then I went into options trading, I lost all my money also. And then I went into forex trading. The first 2 years, I lost all my money again as well. So constantly, I've been losing for 2 years. Yeah, but I managed to earn it back. Yeah, that's why you just need to have that one turning point, and then that one tweak in your trading psychology, you can make it all back easily. You managed to earn back. What is your setup zone? Not sharp entry. Because I'm using a different strategy. I'm using strategic layering for my entries. You lost 40,000 US stocks. Yeah, that time I was pretty new in the stock market. I didn't know how to trade stocks as well. What do you think about TJR trade? I like his content. Right, the Almighty King, right? So, do you agree with me? For those of you guys who have been trading for more than 1 year, 2 year, right? You'll be losing consistently. You'll just keep losing until that one point, right? That your trading psychology change, and then you will start earning back everything. So for those of you guys who have just started trading, maybe 1 year, 2 year, right? Do not give up. Do not give up. All right, do not give up. Trust me. Do I touch crypto? No, I don't trade crypto because he made 2 million from Luna. Have you guys heard about this crypto called Luna? He invested about $50,000 and then Luna started pumping, so he made about $2 million. But then after that, Luna crashed. It went to zero and he committed, yeah. So I don't really like to touch crypto because things like FTX can happen again, Luna crash can happen. So for me, I prefer real estate, stocks or forex trading because these are tangible assets. I don't like to touch non-tangible assets. Right, so for crypto, I mean, I don't like to trade crypto. For me, personally, I don't like to trade. But you guys can trade as well. Right, so do you guys read my SMC course that I sent you guys yesterday? You guys managed to read our SMC course that I sent you guys yesterday? The free course? I sent you guys the fundamentals of Forex market, SMC, and price action strategy, right? So do read it. Do read up on it. Alright, do read up on the course, okay? And also for those of you guys who have been trading for 1 to 2 years, do let me know some feedback so that, you know, if there's something wrong with it or there's something that could be improved in the course, so I can make a version 2 of it. Because I'm definitely not perfect, right? I have my losses, I have things that I, you know, might not give the best examples. So I'm very open to having feedbacks as well, right? Definitely I'm not the best trader as well. I'm just someone here trying to share my knowledge. Your course, okay, I'm trying to record it in video format as well for you guys. Yeah, so don't just read it once and then just leave it away. Just keep rereading it. It's free anyways, right? The course. I got one problem. I cannot get consistent profit, even $2 or $3. What is your equity in your account? What's your account equity? How much do you start with? Yeah, we learn through mistake. If you don't make mistake, how are you gonna profit? Right? If you don't make mistake, how are you gonna learn? 200 USD. What is the lot size? What is the lot size that you start off with? I can show you guys. For my second year of forex trading, I was very lucky, right? I went from $1,000 to $46,000 within 6 months, and I lost it all in one night. So one very okay. So for beginners, I would recommend you guys to have this mindset that you have to accept that you will lose, and forex is not a get rich quick scheme. So for those of you guys who have been trading to 1 to 2 years, right? This is my recommendation for you guys, okay? If you guys are winning consistently, do not be greedy. What I did was I was pretty lucky. I had a 4 months win streak. I managed to flip my account from 1,000 to $46,000, and just in one bad day alone, I bust my account. Right? So greed is also a killer. Doesn't mean you will be consistently profitable for 4 months. You're gonna be consistently profitable for 2 years, right? A bad day could have struck. You know, you revenge trade and end up busting your account. So always make sure that don't trade when you're not emotionally strong on the day. Do not trade when you are not emotionally strong on a day. Do you think TJR Bootcamp is worth to watch? Yeah, just watch all the free knowledge on YouTube, right? There's so many free knowledge. Don't pay for courses. It's not worth to pay $4,000 for courses. Just go watch YouTube. It's free. Okay, for 200 USD, I'll recommend maybe 0.01, at most 0.02. For H1, H4 setup, what would be your risk after confirmation? Okay, for H1, H4, okay, H1, here, my confirmation is I need price to sweep my sell side liquidity. So I'll only take a buy if prices dump, take out sell side liquidity, tap H1 support, bounce above it, come back retest, and then close. Then I need a bullish engulfing candle to close above here, and then I will enter upon the retest. So this is what I'm looking for at my confirmation. Candlestick patterns will be your best confirmation. Was a victim to revenge trading yesterday, lost my week's profit. Yeah, revenge trading is the worst. So remember guys, do not revenge trade, right? If you know that you're not mentally strong on the day, you're tired, you're sick, alright, then just wait, okay? Just chill. Do not trade on the day. You don't have to trade every day. If you trade every day and you feel that there's a need to trade every day, it's turning into a gambling addiction. It's not trading already. Okay, for consistent profit, you need to have a proper trading plan and a proper trading psychology. Right? You need to have a proper stop loss set in place. You also need to have proper take profit levels. Another mistake that I done a lot when I just started trading is that, you know, I tend to close when I feel that, you know, prices is gonna reverse. I close early. Then sometimes when prices are going against me, you know, I tend to hold until my account bust, right? So cutting your winner short and letting your losers run. So this is a number one mistake that hindered me from being consistently profitable. So maybe once you tweak or have the change in psychology for that, then you can start being profitable already. How did I lose $46,000 in one day? Okay, that day was pretty bad. You know, I was sick. You know, I quarreled with my then girlfriend, and then I quarreled with my parents as well. So I had a very very bad day, right? So that day gold was pushing above the 2,000 level, was reaching all times high. So I entered a sell position. I think I entered like 2 lots, and then prices pumped up another 200 pips out of nowhere from 2,000 to 2,060. So I layered and I had like 40, 50 lots in place. And then by the time my account got margin called and the next second it dumped. So yeah, so this is why. Do not trade when you're not mentally strong on the day. Right? Trading psychology is the key. Do you mostly depending on tech or fundamental? I do everything. Fundamental is the most important. So you have to have your fundamental analysis, then you have your technical analysis. Right? Like I said before, your economic calendar is your best friend. You have to read your last month. Okay, so now it's December, right? If you guys were inside my free Telegram channel, I collated every single high impact news for the US dollar for November. And then this is how I determine how December is gonna move. So all of this data is here for you to analyze your economic data. So do not turn a blind eye on it because it really will help you in your trading. This is also one key point that I make to help me with my swing trades. You're very good in analysis. Yeah, that's the thing. You know, trading is about 70% psychology and 20%, 30% analysis. So psychology is still the most important part. You can be the best technical trader, but if you don't have proper trading psychology, you will not be profitable. What app is this? This is TradingView. It's online. You can use this to, you know, plot your zones and stuff like that. Good morning from Woodlands, LA. Good morning. Good afternoon from Woodlands, Singapore. Recommended platform. I don't really use platform, but you can check out TFT. The news. Oh, the news is called Forex Factory. This Forex Factory. Sengkang, Florida. Oh, you guys trollers, yeah, your Sengkang, Florida. Managed to catch any trades today, guys? Any of you guys managed to catch any trades today? Funding pips. How's funded pips? Sorry, managed to caught it cause lagging. Oh, what will your risk for H1 hit? What do you mean? What would my risk be? Like how much I risk? For me, very simple. I risk 2.5% of every single trade I take. Traded but SL. Oh, why you buy? You sell. Which level will you start taking profit and set SL to be deep? Okay, for scalps maybe running 20 pips. For swing trade maybe 40 pips in profit. But usually I secure partials after 20 pips. Can download in iPhone. For trading view, yeah, you can. You can download on iPhone. Or Forex. Oh, Forex Factory is not an app. It's a website. It's not an app. It's a website. You can just search forexfactory.com. What's my prediction? I don't trade NFP, so but I think it will pump up and then down. Because I see a lot of liquidity pool being built here and prices doesn't want to break below our previous daily low here. So I feel that they want to pump the price up, hit all the sales position here before dumping. But I'm not trading. This is just my analysis and prediction. But do not trade news. Trust me, it's not worth it. It's gambling. News trading is gambling. I don't care what others say. But news trading is gambling. So don't trade news. What platform am I using to trade? I'm using MT5. I prefer MT5 over MT4. What about you guys? How do you determine high probability supply and demand zone? Look at your higher time frames. Look at your H1, your H4 and your daily time frames. These are your high probability and significant support resistance zone. Right. Inside the price action course, you guys can take a look inside the price action course, right? I sent you guys where to look for your significant zones. Is MT5 same as MT4? It's like an upgraded version of MT4. You want to find a job and trade at the same time? Yeah, you can. That was me last time, right? I was working and then I was learning how to trade as well, doing it at the same time. It's possible, but it's a little bit tiring, but it will you know, it's worth it. Running to SL is best or to cut earlier, depending on how the price action is acting out, how the candlestick pattern is forming. Do I give signal? Yeah, we give signals inside our free Telegram channel. Yes, I'm from Singapore, but now I'm trading without a job. Okay, how old are you guys? I don't trade NFP. It's very risky. So what happens if you are trading like news, right? If you are doing like buy stop, sell stop, if it hits and then hits both, right, then you're screwed. But okay lah, I mean NFP usually will have a one-way direction, so buy stop, sell stop could work, could work. Okay, what songs you guys want? What songs you guys want? Okay, I play for you guys. So what song you guys want? Full-time trader can be considered so lah. I don't want sing, I shy. Okay, what song you guys want? English or Chinese? Yeah, you can join. Okay, never mind. We got banned on TikTok. We got banned on TikTok. Okay, head over to YouTube, guys. Okay, we'll continue on YouTube. Lemao. I don't know who reported us again. But yeah, our TikTok live got banned again. Yup, I don't know every time. JHENE Ico Spotless Mind. What's that? Fucking hell, every single time getting banned on TikTok stream. This time who report? Own up. YouTube cannot play copyrighted music. Oh yeah, that's the thing. So my access will be restored in 3 days. So we got banned for 3 days. Okay lah, since I think God doesn't want me to stream today. So too bad, we cannot stream New York today already. Unless they appeal. Hi Jian Wei. Yeah, I have to sing already at this. I think I need to create another account, you know. Oh wait, I got unbanned. I got unbanned. Okay, I got unbanned. The appeal was fast, they unbanned me. Okay, I'm gonna continue the TikTok stream as well on YouTube. They unbanned me. Okay, seems like God wants me to continue streaming. Any reasons I don't know. I think people report. I think people report the stream for frauds and scams. Sometimes it's hard, you know. I want to give free education also get banned. Life is hard. So those of you guys, have you guys read our SMC strategy? Smart money concepts ready or not? Let me know what you guys think about it. Is it helpful or is it not helpful? Okay, we're back on TikTok. we got unbanned. We got unbanned. Let's go, guys. They cannot stop us. That was the fastest appeal ever, you know. Okay, any questions you guys want to ask about the SMC? About SMC? Any questions you guys want to ask about SMC? Since prices are not moving today because of NFP, I think I will just do some educational content. I think I'll just do some educational content for you guys, right? Since prices probably not gonna move much during NFP. Okay, yes, we need to know how you take on high. Crypto use SMC or not? Fuck, I don't think I don't really use fundamental technicals on crypto, cause it's really a lot on speculation. We need you to know. Okay, how do I plot high probability OB zone? Okay, let me go to a clean chart. I will show you guys how I plot zones from scratch and how I do my analysis from scratch. Okay, so this is a completely clean chart here. Alright, so okay, wait, let me delete some stuff. Right. So where I always start, I will go to my weekly. Okay. Okay, never mind. This is not so clean. Alright. I have been doing a lot of analysis. Okay, wait, let me delete all of this first. Jesus Christ. Okay, let me delete this, make it clean, and then I'm gonna show you guys how I plot my charts from scratch. Okay, now we have a clean chart again. Okay, come. Yeah, that was a lot of analysis. Okay, now it's a clean chart, alright? So firstly, always go to your higher time frames. Okay, so what do I mean by that? Go to your weekly. Start from your weekly time frame. So this is under price action strategy, multi-time frame analysis, alright? So under our multi-time frame analysis, what we're gonna do, first we have to plot our weekly support and resistance zone, right? You don't have to have the exact zone, but you could have a gauge. So what happened was this was our initial triple top created, but prices managed to break above it. But it got liquidity swept down. So this is what we call a liquidity sweep. Right? So this is what we call a liquidity sweep. Or you can call it as manipulation by your market makers. So stop loss. So all the stop loss has been taken out. So those people who sold here, their stop loss has been taken out. Right? So this is what we call a liquidity sweep. And what happens was, on the weekly candle, prices close above our resistance zone. So up till here, what do you guys think is going to happen? So what signs does it show you based on this candlestick alone? This weekly candlestick has been printed like that. Right? So the weekly candlestick has printed like this and it closed below our resistance zone. So what does it show you? Right? This could be a long-term possible rejection or sell, right? But we have to wait for the weekly candle to close, because what could happen is NFP could push the candle up and candle closes above here. So if NFP pushes candle above and candle close above this 2077 zone, what's gonna happen? Right? Probably this could serve as a fresh support. So what happens is you never know what is gonna happen. This is why you always do not trade news. Wait for news to finish before you trade news. Right? So number one, we plot our weekly zone first. So we have our weekly support and resistance zone first, plotted out. Okay, so prices are ranging between two. This is our weekly OB before the impulse move up here, our impulse continuation move, right? And then it came back to tap. Okay, you don't have to be exactly precise because it's a weekly zone. You're definitely not going to trade 100 pips, right? Okay, so now we have our two weekly zones. What I'm going to do now is to go into our daily zones. Alright, so when I go into my daily zones, this is where I identify my trend bias. So you guys want to see what is trend doing? Is it in the uptrend or downtrend currently? So on daily time frame, so what trend are we in right now? What is our trend? Is it in the downtrend or an uptrend right now? Right, so now we're in an uptrend, right? Okay, I don't really plot lines lah, but you guys can plot lines if you want, because I don't really like believe in lines. But if it guides you guys, if it helps you guys, you know, to see the trend, then okay, right, we're in an uptrend. Alright, so now we're in an uptrend. So when will a rejection, or how do you determine a reversal has happened? Right, so you guys want to catch a reversal, right? You guys want to swing trade to the bottom. So you guys have to identify a reversal pattern. But how do you guys know when is there going to be a reversal? Okay, so in an uptrend, what are we forming in an uptrend? We will have higher highs and higher lows, right? So where's our higher highs and higher lows? Okay, so this is the start of the reversal, right? So this is what we call, you guys know what is a change of character? Okay, here. Okay, if you guys are lazy to plot, right, I have a secret for you. We have a secret indicator, but usually I don't use indicators, but if you guys are lazy, you guys can use this indicator by Nephew Sam. Right, you can use this indicator, and then it helps you to plot like your break of structure, change of character, everything. Right, but I don't really like to use it, but it's a hack lah for you guys. But anyways, okay, so we need to understand where are all our higher highs and higher lows created inside our uptrend. So for now, we have a start of an uptrend here, right? So every single time, right, we have a higher high and higher low mid. So you guys have to see, okay, so this, we have a higher high created, and then market pulls back, we have a higher low on the daily, and then we created a new higher high here, and then okay, never mind, this wasn't the higher high. The higher high was here. This is on the daily, right? So different time frame have different higher highs and higher lows. That's why we have to do multi-time frame analysis. Okay, this is just based on daily to see your daily bias. Okay, those of you guys asking for the indicators is this one. It's called market structure, right? By Nephew Sam. Alright. Okay, anyways. So now you have your higher highs, higher lows. So this is your the start of the uptrend, your higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. Okay, so how do you know that the daily bias has changed into a downtrend? You guys, how do you know? How do you know there's a reversal? So you guys need to wait for the previous higher low in the market to break. So where was the previous higher low created? Currently it's at here, right? It's at 2009. So let's say for a change of character to happen on our daily time frame, we need our higher low here to break. So this was our previous low created at 2010. Okay, 2010. So in order for us to turn into a downtrend, we need this to break. Okay, once previous low break doesn't mean that we will have an immediate uptrend, because this was our previous higher high, right? So this higher high has to break as well. So basically it's around the same area lah. So if this breaks, right, our previous higher high breaks and candle closes below our previous higher high, this shows us a huge possibility of a downtrend impending. So this is how you determine your daily bias, right? So now we're very close, we're still ranging, so we're still in an uptrend. We are still in an uptrend. Okay, you guys want music? Okay, what kind of music? You guys need to tell me what kind of music you guys want. So now we're still in an uptrend. To break into a downtrend, we need to close below 2008. No, some serious. Some actual. Okay, now prices are kind of moving a little bit. Rock music. You guys want to hear rock music? Okay, how do you determine? Okay, never mind. We continue. We finish this whole thing first. Then I play music. Okay. Okay. Anyways, okay. Now we are in an uptrend. We need to break this previous high here at 2008 to have a downtrend. Okay. So now, after our daily high highs, high lows has been plotted, what we're gonna do? We're gonna plot our daily zones now. So number one, we have a order block. So remember, in our free course, we stated that order blocks are where we look for the start of an uptrend or a downtrend. Okay. And second, we need to look for our impulse move. So this is a big breakout candle. We have a big impulse move here. Okay, so we have a big impulse move here. This is a second order block. So we have two big order blocks that has yet to be cleared. So this is what I deem as OB. Okay, OB, we have one OB here, and then we have a second OB here. Okay, after that, we have our support forming here. So this is our nice support. Oh shit, okay, wait. This is our support here. A nice support forming here, which is also our higher low. Alright, so now we have two OBs and one support here. We have a nice support level here. What time frame? This is on the daily time frame. We're currently we're analyzing the daily time frame for gold right now. Alright, so we're gonna go through all our analysis together. So now this is our support zone here. Okay, now we have all the bullish, but now we need to look for our bearish resistance zone. Okay, so let me remove this first back here. Okay, so now where is our resistance zone? Right, we need to find our bearish order block and our bearish resistance as well. Right, so this we have a nice resistance, but it has been broken through. Right, this was a minor resistance. So what happens when a resistance got broken through? It turns into a fresh support, right? So this has become a fresh support before this impulse move again. So we have another OB created here, because this pushed through with a bullish engulfing candle, and this was a big 300 pips movement, close engulfing on the daily, right? So this has become a OB, or you can say it's a fresh support zone here. Prices step back into this OB and then continue moving up, right? So now where is our bearish order block? Hard to find, right? Because we have a big wick here. It's about almost 1000 pips wick here. So it's hard to determine an OB here, right? So this is where we will look into our 4-hour time frame. So we have to scale down into our 4-hour time frame. Wow, Shahir, very good. Okay, so now we have all of this plotted out. Now we need to go into our 4-hour time frame. So 4-hour time frame, you guys want to zoom in. Gotta zoom in closer. Right? So in our 4-hour time frame, you will see different type of candlestick patterns. So what do you guys see here? You guys start to see your rejections or resistance forming here, right? Okay, so this is our highest high. So now what is it forming? So now in a 4-hour time frame, you realize that this was the start, this zone here was the start of the big impulse swing, right? So this is the swing high, right? Before the impulse swing, it was started from here. So what happens when we have a bearish engulfing candle closing below the previous swing high? So what do we call this? What do we call this right now? So we have a big impulse move from this exact point here. Prices close bearishly engulfing here, below this point here, and rejected this point many times. So this is what we call a change of character or market structure shift, alright? So this is what we call a CHOCH or your market structure shift. Okay, but a CHOCH or market structure shift only occurs or is a valid one when we have an engulfing close. Do you guys remember what is an engulfing candle? Right, you guys have to understand, remember what is an engulfing candle. This is an engulfing candle, right? Where it has little to no rejections. This is what we call an engulfing candle. Little to no rejection. Alright, so we have a change of character or market structure shift created here. So when you have a change of character and a market structure shift, what does it shows you? What does it shows you? We have a signaling a possible reversal in trend on our H4 time frame. Am I right to say that? On our daily time frame, yes, we are still bullish. But on our H4 time frame right now, we are currently in a reversal trend. Alright? Okay, but now we have to look at prices now. Here, now prices are ranging here, right? So what do we call this? What kind of channel is this? We have the uptrend channel, downtrend channel. So what kind of channel is this? This is what we call a ranging channel, or you can call it a sideways channel, right? So why does prices range like that? Because it's accumulating. It's creating a liquidity pool here. So now back to our ICT or SMC strategy, is about liquidity, right? So every time before a big breakout to occur, either to the upside or the downside, we need accumulation to occur. So when accumulation occurs, after that you will see a big breakout. Alright, so this is what they're doing. They're creating a liquidity pool here, right? Accumulating their position. So what you guys do? You guys don't want to trade a ranging market. It's quite risky to trade a ranging market unless you're looking for a scalp. So what do you guys want to do? You want to look for a breakout to happen, either to the upside or downside. Yeah, so exactly. This is why I do not trade NFP, because it might not respect technical at all. This is why I don't trade NFP at all, right? So probably I will wait on the sidelines for today. That's why I'm focusing on education for today, because I don't want you guys gambling your money, your hard-earned money on NFP, right? So don't gamble. Okay, anyways, continuing, we are currently in a sideways channel here, but we need to identify our H4 zone as well. So we have a nice OB here as well before the big impulse move here, and it was a nice rejection, right? Okay, the OB is the block or the candle before the impulse move. So this is our H4 OB. Okay, just nice. Our daily OB and our H4 OB has overlapped. So what does this show you? Right? Through our multi-time frame analysis, right? Our daily OB is in this area, our H4 OB is in this area. So now we have an overlapping zone at this area. So this area 2010 was a very, very strong buy zone. That's why you see that day when prices step into this 2010, immediately it shot all the way up. So this is how you identify very strong OB zones, right? So you can see this overlapping area, exact overlapping point, right, created a huge pump upwards, 300 pips, 200 pips, right? So this is how you identify and how you look for your significant OB zones. You have to go all your time frames, your daily, your H4, and then you see those overlapping zones. Your overlapping zones are your very crucial and important zones that you guys have to look out for. Okay, after I talk finish, I'm gonna play songs for you guys. Then we can chill and wait for price action. Alright? Okay, so now all your H4 plotted, your H4 OB, and then we have another H4. We have multiple H4. Okay, this was the impulse move and the continuation move here. We have another breaker block here, another impulse candle move here. Okay, but all of these zones are pretty big for you to trade. These kind of blocks are pretty big. And you can't trade these kind of big blocks because it's very big. See, it's 200 pips, how are you going to trade it? So this is when you have to go into your 1 hour time frame. How to know if it's a valid order block? Okay, your order block is usually the candle before, the impulse movement. Yeah, change of character is a potential reversal. You guys can download the free course in our free Telegram channel. Right? Download the free course in our free Telegram channel. Okay, now we are back to our H1. Okay, H1 is where you see price action now. Right? H1 is where you want to see your ranging price action. So now you can see that our price action are all moving around here, right? Still currently consolidating and ranging. Right? So you have your minor support and resistance forming, right? Your normal support resistance forming on your H1. right? So you plot again. So where are your normal support and resistance? Your normal support and resistance, okay, your support, H1 support is here, right? Your H1 support is here. Okay, your H1 support is here. Okay. Okay, now we have to look for our H1 resistance as well. So where's our H1 resistance? Okay, I would say H1 resistance is around this area as well, right? So this is where you plot all your different zones. Then you'll realize there's a lot of zones overlapping across multiple time frame. This is what we call multiple time frame analysis, right? You see your daily, your H4 zone all overlapping. Okay, so now I have all my zones done already, my H1, H4 daily zones. So where do I look at right now? I'll go to my 15 minute and then I'll look for possible entries on my 15 minute. Okay, so now you have your H1 support, your H1 resistance zone. Right, you can see from here. So now prices are ranging, still ranging between these zones. So do you trade when prices are ranging between these zones? Do you trade when prices are in the middle of nowhere? No, right? So you want to wait for prices to either tap into either of these zones. Alright, so this is why patience is the key. To be profitable in the forex market, you need to have patience. Alright? Okay, so now we have done with all our order block zones, support and resistance zone, right? How to know when smaller time frame? Okay, that's why you have to see all of your candlestick patterns at this area. Okay, I'll on song before I go on to our next topic. Okay, how about jazz music? More calm music for you guys, okay? What's begging? Oh, okay. I'm just gonna on a playlist. Chill music, okay? Chill music background song. Music distraction, I don't know all of them want to hear music. Everyone wants to hear music. Okay, I'm just gonna on like chill music. What's lofi? Lofi? Everyone wants to hear lofi. Okay, what's that? Lofi BGM. What's that? Okay, come, I can play for you. Okay, this one. Is it this? Is it this? Is it okay? Is it too loud? Stimulating. Can you guys hear the song? You guys cannot hear? Okay. How about now? Can you hear or not? Without music, I don't know. Some of you guys want music, some of you guys don't want music. You guys cannot hear at all. No, I'm looking at YouTube as well. So your high probability OB is just your multi-time frame OB overlapping, right? Yes, correct. So we want to look at our multi-time frame order blocks. If it overlaps with one another, right? This is your high probability OB. I don't know what you guys want. One song of that, so I'm just gonna leave it as it is right now, okay? But I feel that song is quite distracting as well. Okay, now we have done all of our zone. This is where we start to look for our fair value gaps. Alright, so fair value gaps, I'll look for my daily chart as well. So do you guys know how to identify fair value gaps? Right, so I don't want to just trade pure price action or support resistance order block zones. I want to look for other things like my fair value gaps, my liquidity zones. Okay, so fair value gaps, we want to look at it. Okay, so what is this? We have a gap here, but is this a fair value gap? Okay, if you guys realize, we have one fair value gap here. Right, we have a fair value gap here. Okay, let me change the color of oh my god. Okay, we have a fair value gap here on the daily. We have a gap here as well. This is literally a gap. It's not a fair value gap. Alright. Buy or sell gold, I would say wait, it's ranging. So you have to go to your daily time frame, identify all your fair value gaps. Okay, we have a strong fair value gap from 1885 to 1904 that hasn't been cleared yet. Alright, then we go down to our H4 time frame. Same thing. Go from a higher time frame all the way to a lower time frame. Now on H4 time frame, find your fair value gaps. You will see overlapping zones as well. So same thing, we have a big daily fair value gap here. This is our daily fair value gap. So let me just put daily. Don't use Owenda, no. I use Owenda, but I use a clean chart to show them how do I map from scratch. Right, so this is our daily fair value gap. But if you realize when you go to H4, you see a different type of fair value gap being formed here. So at here we have multiple H4 fair value gaps, right? We have one here, We have one here as well. Right, so these are all overlapping fair value gaps. Right, so this is H4 fair value gap, H4 fair value gaps. So these are all overlapping, but once you plot so many fair value gaps, right, it starts to get very, very cluttery. Alright, so but this fair value gap I would say is kind of mitigated, at least 50% of it, but it didn't clear it fully, so I'll still take it as a fair value gap. I'm using HFM, our Telegram channel as well. Okay, anyways, from here, so what do you guys realize from here? Do you guys see a big overlapping zone here? So you guys can see this fair value gap. You realize what is this zone? This exact zone here at 1885, we have a H4 fair value gap, a daily fair value gap, and an order block zone overlapping here. So what does this show you? Is this a very, very high continuation trade? Bowtie, I think we wait today. We wait first for NFP. Okay, what does this show you now? We have a H4 fair value gap, a daily fair value gap, and an order block overlapping one another. So this exact point here, the overlapping point, this is where we have our very, very high, strong buy placing at. Right? So this is how you identify a high probability zone. Alright? So next up, we just continue. Okay, we move up to our closer area so that you guys can see. Okay, here, do you guys see any fair value gap? Do you guys see any fair value gap? Those of you guys watching on YouTube and TikTok. Yes, price will come back down to 1885, but don't know when. Yeah, that's the same thing. I will enter on my overlapping zone. Okay, yeah, so you guys see, right? We have multiple fair value gaps once again. Okay, but it's gonna be very, very very cluttery. But yeah, we have a fair value gap here on the H4. It's a small one, it's a tiny one. Right, we have an FVG here. Okay, we have a H4 fair value gap here. Okay. Any more, guys, come. You guys gotta learn. Right, easy, right? Okay, still got. I still see another big fair value gap. Tell me the range. Okay, for fair value gap, I like to look at daily H4 and H1. So we have another one here. A very, very big fair value gap just below our here, right? Just below our order block here. But it's a very, very big fair value gap here. Okay, I think I should change the color for this because it's overlapping with many zones here. So to make you guys slightly confused, maybe we just do green. Alright, we have another H4 fair value gap here. Okay, this was a very strong H4 fair value gap. Okay, now that we are talking about fair value gaps, right? Now that we are talking about fair value gaps. So have you guys heard about this fair value gap strategy? It's called the 50% value of the fair value gap. I don't know what other people call it, but I just call it 50% fair value gap. Have you guys heard of this strategy? Okay, close your eyes and trade. You should be a millionaire by now. McDuck. So, how many of you guys heard about this strategy called the 50% value of the fair value gap? I don't know the exact name, but I think it's called premium and discount. Okay, so what happens? Okay, I'll show you guys a trick, okay? So now you do a fair value gap here, right? You click on this rectangle, right? How to determine your 50%? Once you plot your fair value gap, you click on the rectangle, right? Okay, you will have your settings, right? You click your settings, go to style. We have a middle line here. So we click on our middle line. So this gives you your 50% fair value gap. Right? So now we have our 50% fair value gap value here. So what does a 50% fair value gap does for you? What does it show you? Right? So a 50% fair value gap shows you that this is the midpoint of the selling pressure or buying pressure. Right? So if prices close with a bullish engulfing candle above the 50% fair value gap, it's a very strong sign that there's no more sellers in this fair value gap anymore. So prices could maybe do a retracement back here and then continue pumping up. However, if prices reject the 50% value of the fair value gap, we could look for sales continuation towards the downside because there's still a lot of sellers here. So this 50% point or 50% mark, right, will show you a lot about whether there's still a lot of sellers here in the market or if anyone is still selling or buying in this zone. So we shall wait for this 50% of fair value gap to be tapped. So this is a very key area, 2046. So now you guys will realize something. Now our fair value gap is overlapping with how many zones here? A lot of zones, right? So we are overlapping with this order block zone here. So this 2058 could be a good sell zone. 2058 could be a good sell zone. It's also overlapping with our H1 support as well as our order block here. Triple overlapping at this zone, 2040. So yesterday, prices stepped into this overlapping, this triple overlapping zone and dump. Our fair value gap, our order block, and our H1 resistance zone. And dump. Right? Sorry, this is H1 resistance. So now we had a strong overlapping zone at 2038 to 2040 here. If you guys, okay, let me zoom in for you guys. Okay, we have a H4 fair value gap, our order block, and our H1 resistance all forming at this exact point. So when you see prices came into this overlapping zone, it dumped very hard, all the way 200 pips. Dump. Right? So does it make sense? So now you guys ask, so now do you guys understand how do we look for a high probability zone? Is when you look from all your concepts, you take your price action, your supply demand, your SMC, your ICT strategy, and then you look for all the overlapping zone across multiple time frame analysis. This is your high probability zone and your key area. Yeah, you're right. After liquidity gets taken out like that, right, you will see a big breakout candles and then fair value gaps will form. Yes, you're right. That's why I always wait for liquidity to be taken out. So this is where I want to continue. So after we look for our fair value gaps, supply and demand, order blocks, and all our corresponding zone, our market structure shift, what do we do now? What I will do is I will go to look for my buy side and sell side liquidity. McDuck, we have the same strategy. I love it. Okay, come. So back to liquidity. Have you guys heard about buy side and sell side liquidity? How many of you guys here have heard about it? Okay. Okay, buy side and sell side liquidity is what we call our previous session high and previous session low. Alright? So buy side, sell side liquidity. Okay, let me go in first. Okay, break of structure, change of character, I will explain later. Okay. Have you guys heard about previous session highs and previous session low? Do you guys know how to identify it? Let me go in first. Okay, now. So we know that yesterday high was here, right? So this is your daily bias, your daily highs and daily lows. So this is your previous daily high. Okay, wait, let me change this color of this H4 fair value gap. It's getting very cluttery and I don't like it. Okay. Okay. What color is a good color for a rectangle? Yeah, I think we leave it as blue first. Okay, this is our previous daily high, right? So this is our previous daily high. Alright, so we have a previous daily high here. So after we look for our previous daily high, what must we look out for? Our previous daily low as well, right? So this was our previous daily low. Alright. This is our previous daily low here. Alright. So now, for buy side, sell side liquidity, we have our previous daily high, previous daily low. So now we will go to look for our sessions high and session low. So now we are trading London session. What is the session before London? What is the session before London? Asian session, right? So we want to look for our Asian highs and Asian low. So where is our Asian highs? You guys can take a look. Where's our Asian highs? Here, right? Okay, so this is our Asian high. So this will be your buy side liquidity. Right, so this will be your BSL. Okay, I'm just gonna put BSL, right, for you guys. Okay, BSL, buy side liquidity. Okay, so where is your Asian session low? Yeah, yesterday low got taken out as well. So where's our Asian session low? Our Asian session low, where is it? Give me the number. Come on, you guys should know where's the low. Asian session is the lowest of the day. 2026, yes, you're right. Okay, so 2026 here. Right, this was our, I think, yeah, here, right? Was the previous, no, it was here. Right, different broker got different number, but it's about here. So this is our sell side liquidity. Right, so sell side liquidity. So this is sell side liquidity, but do you guys understand why is it called buy side liquidity and sell side liquidity? Fundamentals again. Do you guys know why is it called buy side liquidity or sell side liquidity? Make a guess. Why is it called buy side and sell side liquidity? Okay, so why is it called buy side, sell side liquidity? So this is where the people who are buying, the buyers, right, place their the sellers here, okay, this is where sellers will put their stop loss at, okay? So if people are selling early, this is where their stop loss is at. But why is it called buy side liquidity? Shouldn't it be called sell side? Okay, so why is that so? Because when your sellers are selling here, when prices take out their stop loss, it creates a liquidity pool of buy order. So same thing, when the seller's stop loss get taken out, they are forced to buy back their position, right? So this creates a buy order to fill up your market maker's sell order. This is called buy side liquidity. Make sense? So buyers took that out, yeah, right? Right, you can see it as that way as well. So does it make sense? So what happens is early sellers, so those who are selling here, those who are selling here, those who are selling here, their stop loss were around this area, prices take out their buy side liquidity. Right? Okay, same thing for sell side liquidity. This is where people who are buying is their stop loss. So when prices dump down, the buyer's stop loss get taken out. It fills the so when their stop loss get taken out, what happens? It fills those people, those orders that are pending here. That's why you see a big movement after buy side or sell side liquidity gets taken out. Right? So now we have our BSL and sell side liquidity. So now prices are ranging here. So what do we do now? So now, if you guys realize, in this one session alone, in 30 minutes of me explaining, we have gone through almost everything you need to know about Forex. Right? We have gone through analyzing your economical data. We have gone through buy side, sell side liquidity. We have gone through order blocks. We have gone through fair value gaps. We have gone through daily buyers, support resistance zones, supply demand zones. We have also gone through overlapping zones, high probability zones. Right? So now, right, we have gone through higher high, higher lows as well. So we have basically gone through my whole strategy. So those of you guys want to rewatch this entire lesson, right, you guys can hop over to YouTube. Yeah, this is recorded on YouTube as well. Alright? Okay, so now back to our chart. So now we have this buy side, sell side liquidity. Prices are still ranging here. So what are we gonna do? Okay, I want to do a sell swing as well. Right? Maybe 2074 if it taps. Okay, why everyone say wait? Oh yeah, correct. I forget what I even said. Yeah, we wait, right? So you want to wait for either buy side or sell side to be taken out because every single session, right? Either your buy side or sell side liquidity will be taken out, right? Yeah, you have to wait for a body close. Okay, now I have a question for you. So what if prices taps into here and then bounce back immediately? Okay, wait, let me use the other one. Okay, let's say prices taps into sell side liquidity and then go up. So what does this mean? It could be, yeah, it's a fake breakout, right? It could be a fake, that means you could enter buys already. No, it means that your buyers are stepping in at this area because the stop loss has been taken out, right? So then buyers starts to influx from here, right? Market go down. But then, what happens if your candle close below? Bearish engulfing candle, just close below like that. Wait, what if the candle just close directly below here? Like just directly just close below your sell side liquidity. Okay, so you can see your candle, right? So maybe it just close like that. One candle close like that. Bearish engulfing. So will you trade or not when you see this kind of candle? One engulfing candle breaking out of your buy side sell side liquidity. Will you trade? Will you enter buys here? If it breaks your sell side liquidity, you're bearish engulfing. Right, so do not enter buys or do not enter sells when you have a big engulfing candle. Wait, you always have to be patient. Wait until prices slow down. You see, after this impulse movement, right, you see, after prices will always consolidate, retest, and then create another second continuation. Same thing, you see, prices push up, impulse movement, came back down to retest, and then continue the upwards motion, right? So always wait for a retest. Okay, so what you want to essentially look out for, two things, right? Let's say, for right now, we're scalping London, right? So prices are more close to taking out our sell side liquidity now, right? So what I'm looking for, right? Where I'm looking for my buys is actually prices taking out this sell side liquidity, fill this fair value gap area here. Okay, let me draw this fair value gap. This is a 15-minute fair value gap. It's good for scalping, right? 15-minute fair value gaps. Okay, we have a 15-minute fair value gaps here. So remember our 50% zone here. Do you guys see a 50% fair value gap area here? Okay, so where I will be looking for possible entries possible entries. Why do I say possible? Because we always have to fall back and look at our price action strategy, right? Always have to go and look at our candlestick pattern. So if it takes out sell side liquidity, prices bounce up, close above this 50% zone here, I'll look for buys. So this is where I'll set my entries at upon retest. And then where I'll be targeting the previous highs or our buy side liquidity. Make sense? Does it make sense? Right? So this is how you combine all your confluences here. Right? So this is why do not always just stick to pure price action or pure supply and demand, pure support resistance or pure SMC, pure ICT strategy. You guys got to be open to all kinds of concepts. Learn every single strategy possible, add in all of this into your confluence. No, you have to use all your time frame. Look at your daily time frame, your weekly time frame, your H4 time frame. It shows you so many different things. It shows you all your overlappings on your H1 time frame as well. Do your multi-time frame analysis. Yeah, so what I'm waiting for is for a breakout to happen below here, and then I'll look for possible buys. But why we don't want to catch a buy here? Make a guess. If it's a bearish engulfing down here, why we don't want to wait for a buy? Right, this MacDuck, how do you know what I'm going to say? Yes, I was about to talk about the power of 3. Okay, do you guys know what is the power of 3? A and B. Do I only trade gold? No, I trade currencies as well. So have you guys heard about this thing called accumulation, manipulation, and distribution? This is called the power of 3, right? A and D. PO3, power of 3, A and D. Alright? Okay, so do you guys know how to identify your PO3? I'm waiting to entry either buys here or sells on top. Right, so we have your accumulation zone, your manipulation zone, and your distribution zone. Do not enter now. Prices are not in any zones right now. Alright, so now prices are currently... So where's our accumulation zone? Right now? We are currently in our accumulation zone. Am I right? This is our accumulation zone. Correct? So what are we waiting for? So we are currently in our accumulation zone. So what are we waiting for right now? So remember A and D, so accumulation, manipulation, and distribution. We have to wait for our manipulation to happen. So where is the manipulation? We need to take out our previous sell side liquidity in this case. So for manipulation to happen, we need to take out our stop losses. So people who put their stop losses here, we have to wait for their stop losses to take out. And then what happens when the stop losses take out? It should create an additional dump right into our fair value gap here. And this is where we will look for our high probability buys. Does it make sense? And then what is distribution now? So where is our distribution? It's when it goes back into the initial direction that it's supposed to go up. So this is accumulation phase. Prices manipulate downwards, take out early buyer stop losses, and then prices continue to distribute upwards. Right? But now one thing. So what if prices continue dumping all the way? This could happen as well. Right? You guys have to understand, this is what we call market risk. No matter how many analyses you do, market might not always follow whatever you do or whatever you say. Am I right to say that? Right, so this is why risk management and trading plan always comes into play. Do not feel that, oh, you have so many confluence all set in place, right? Your analysis is going to be perfectly hit take profit. I tell you, sometimes prices could just dump through your whole fair value gap and get manipulated as well. Right? Like, remember, prices went to 2,170 out of nowhere. Right? Who would have expected that, right? Nothing will be perfect. You will have losses. Trust me, I've been trading for 5 years and I can tell you, right, I have a lot of losses. Everyone who has been trading above 1 to 2 years, nobody will have 100% win rate. Yeah, my swing. Okay, those of you guys, how many of you guys have been watching me since 2 months ago? Remember when prices was 1,800, I told you guys we're gonna swing sell to 2,100. Everyone laughed at me on live. I wish I could pull back the live stream. Those of you guys watching me 2 months ago, remember I told everyone on live when prices was 1,800, I told everyone that we are going to see 2,100. 3,000 pips movement. Everyone laughed at me. Everyone said it's not going to happen. Look where we did. Prices flew back to 2,100. 3,000 pips. Right? So those of you guys who have believed me, right? Remember 3 months ago? 3 months ago when prices was at 2,000, where was my take profit? Where was our swing trade? When prices was at 2,000 that time, I told you guys we are going to look at 1,800, right? What did people tell me? People laugh at me again. Say that's not going to happen. It's a 2,000 pips move. So where did go? What happened to go? Go dump all the way from 2,000s all the way here. Right? So how many of you actually follow me on the swing trade? I remember 2 months or 3 months ago, everyone trusted me, right? On our Orient FX, those inside our Telegram channel all followed us with that amazing 2,000 pips swing trade. One lot, you guys will be up $20,000. Orient FX, I want to learn more about ICTSMC. Okay, those of you guys who want to learn more, you can just join our free Telegram channel. The link is inside our TikTok bio. We have free courses. You guys can just download. It's under files. Right, we are here to give you guys free education. So you guys can just download our free courses in our Telegram channel. Right? So yeah, we caught the swing, the amazing swing down from I think this point here. And then we brought it all the way back up. So now where are we at? We are at our third swing. So do you guys want to hear my prediction of how gold is gonna go for the next 2 to 3 months or so? And then you guys can save this and watch back 2 to 3 months later. Okay, I'm gonna make a prediction now, okay? My prediction is that we are gonna see gold clear this fair value gap here at 1885 to 1904. Alright, you guys can save this now. I'm gonna say in 2 to 3 months time, we will see gold come back to this area, 1904 to 1885 zone. If you guys don't believe me, 3 months later, 2 to 3 months later, you guys come back and watch this video. Okay? But where I want to look for a sell swing, I want to look obviously at 2080, my key point of interest to take a sell swing. Do you use quarterly theory? I don't really use all of these different theories, but I like to explore new theories. Prophesize. I have predicted both of the swings from 2000 to 1800 and from 1800 to 2100. Those of you guys inside my Telegram channel, you guys know it. So now it's my third prophecy. I said I'm predicting that it will tap 1700 in 3 years. Do you guys believe me? In 3 years time we will see 1700 when Trump take over as the new president. Because I expect a recession to come. Right? This is when your fundamental analysis come into place. Because when there's a big recession, gold will pump very high. Do you guys know why? This one I don't think any guru teach you guys. Because gold is a safe haven for investment, right? So when everyone, do you know how the rich get richer? They are built on debts. They are leveraging on their debts. So they are borrowing money essentially to invest. But what happens when they are investing? And then the market crash. Recession crash, stock market crash. Housing market crash. Right? So they will have to put their investment elsewhere. So where is a safe haven for investment? It will be gold, right? So if that happens, gold will fly up. But what happens if the economy become very good under Trump? If Trump becomes the president and the economy took an upturn, right? You will see gold come back all the way down. For Bitcoin, I don't really know. I don't like to trade crypto because it's a non-tangible asset. So, meh. But for crypto, for Bitcoin, it's very unpredictable because it's really based on pure speculation as well. And it's very manipulated. It's really very manipulated because you don't even know who owns majority of the Bitcoin. Gold will never be under 2,000 per ounce again. We shall see. Gold has the worst returns for decades. But it's the safest, right? Will gold get to 2,500? Yes, if recession occurs, we will see gold fly to 2,500. Yeah, but BTC, when it was 16,000, right, there was a lot of fear, right? Oh yeah, who remember my GJ prediction as well? Remember last week we said that GJ was at 188.8, right? And then we look for sells, right? Remember this? Do you guys remember this last week? Where was it? Let me pull this up. Remember this prediction here. Remember this? Who remember this? Who remember this here? Last week. Not last week. 2 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago I predicted we have a monitor sell zone here. So what happened? Do you guys remember where was my TP? My TP was 1,000 pip at 178, right? 178, right? Where did prices go to yesterday? 1,000 pips. Everyone laughed at me at the same time. Everyone was like, are you sure GJ is gonna pump, it's very bullish right now. Do you think GJ is gonna dump? Well, look what happened. 1,000 pips dump. I even added cells along the way. But now let's see how GJ does. It's consolidating here. So if GJ managed to hold above this this daily OB here, we might look for a possible retracement and possible sales continuation here. Yeah, there's too many sales already. The sales was insane yesterday. It was just full on selling. RSI went to 6.00 for GJ. That's crazy. And gold, we are literally stuck. It's not moving anywhere as well. So you can just chill. You guys have any question, you guys can ask away. Okay, we shall wait for liquidity to be taken out. Thanks Jay for the explanation and mapping from scratch. This is super helpful. Alright, you guys can always rewatch this over on YouTube. This will be posted on YouTube as well. So you guys can go back and watch, alright? Always go back and watch. Like I said, I don't want to be a signal channel purely. I want you guys to learn from my trades, learn from my analysis, and obviously providing you guys knowledge as well. Like I said before, I'm not the best trader. I'm definitely not the most profitable trader out there. But I'm here to share with you guys knowledge and give you guys motivation to push on. Right? So don't see me as a fucking mentor or guru. I just want to be like your friend, teaching you guys. Hopefully you guys learn a thing or two. Maybe 2 years later you guys could be a millionaire. Then you guys can come back and tell me you guys made it. How long do you usually live? When I have time, I'll live maybe 1-2 hours. When I don't have time, I probably won't live lah. But when I live, I will try my best to, impart as much knowledge as possible for you guys. So hopefully, those of you guys who have been following me for quite a while, hopefully you guys caught some profitable trades. Hopefully you guys learn. Learning is more important than profiting, okay? So, like I said before, you guys want to follow my... Like you guys always want to follow my signals, right? Do not follow my signals blindly, okay? Please do your own analysis as well. Alright? Okay lah, I will live a little while more, 10 minutes more, and then I'll go over to Telegram, and then we'll manage our signals, okay? Do you use standard deviation projection? What's that? I don't know all the names, but I just trade based on whatever strategies I know. Because I don't really watch like ICT or... In fact, I've never watched any of ICT. Right? Only the buy side, sell side liquidity thing. I just figure out the market on my own. Because after a while, you'll start to see repetition of patterns. The whole market is based on patterns. So, after a while, right, you will create your own strategy. Like I said before, to be the most profitable, right, do you guys agree with this? To be profitable, you need to have your own trading plan. You cannot follow other people's trading plan. Why every single time when people ask me, can they copy trade me? Can they follow my trading plan? I always say no, do not do that. Why is that so? My trading plan could be profitable for me, but it doesn't mean that it will be profitable for you. I have different equity. I have different trading psychology. Maybe I'm not having a full-time job outside. I have so many different factors that plays into place. Right? That's why always do not follow people's trading plan. The trading plan might work for other people, but it might not work for you. So the only way to be profitable is crafting your trading plan specifically made for you. That is how you become profitable. Alright? Those of you guys who have, traded for quite a while, you guys should have known this, right? To be the best in everything, you have to create something out of nothing. Same thing for business, right? You want to start from scratch, you have to create something that people don't have. Like ICT, he made his own... he used price action, he used SMC strategies, and then he made his own strategies. That's why he's so good, right? And people are learning from him. Same thing. If you guys want to be profitable, you guys have to use all these different strategy and create your own strategy and trading plan based on it. Alright? So I'll just leave you guys as that lah. So that will be the part. This will be the end of the educational part. So I will just tell you guys where my entries will probably be. Right? Probably be around here for my buys, and sells are probably at my liquidity zone here. So if it doesn't tap into any of this zone, then I will not look for any trades. Alright? So this is where I'll be waiting for stops below the previous daily high. Alright, so we're just gonna wait for either zones to hit. So hopefully if it hits on live, we can catch a nice live trade. If it doesn't, then we'll wait for the next best setup. Right, always be patient. We don't have to catch every single trade in the market. Right, we just want to catch the high probability one. Alright? And those of you guys who haven't downloaded our free courses yet, go on to our Telegram channel, click the link inside, click under files. You guys can download our free courses. Can pull up. Same buy zone here. Or you have the same buy zone as me, Forex 4523. Because I expect buyers stop loss to get taken out here, and then it might create a big pump down, and then we can look for buys up. Alright, so nice, right? That's why I use my analysis, use my signals as a confluence to you guys. Do not trade blindly, right? You guys must have your own analysis, and then my analysis will just be a backup to your own analysis. Like yesterday, right? Remember before I end off my stream, before I go to sleep, right? I told you guys, if prices breaks out of the liquidity pool, we'll look for strong sells. Any of you guys follow my analysis and caught this strong sell? You guys will have caught about 100 pips. Any of you guys caught it yesterday? I sent you guys the mapping, right? I said, when prices was here, I said if it closed below with an engulfing candle like this, prices come back to reject, we can look for strong sells. So what happened? It dumped 100 pips. No, I'm not looking to buy or sell unless it taps into either of my zones here. I'm just waiting patiently. Right, so those of you who are not inside our Telegram channel yet, just click the link inside our TikTok bio to join, okay? And download our free courses. I'll be sending my analysis. I sent my gold analysis and GJ analysis today as well onto our Telegram channel, so you guys can check that out as well. Same sell zone and same buy zone as you. Then that's perfect, right? It's a high probability buy and sell zone. So now prices is in the middle of nowhere. So do we trade or do we not trade? For gold, we managed to close at our break-even point. So if you guys were following, we closed at 2030. So we closed at break-even. But yeah, I lost on GBP JPY. What's your bias for NFP? I don't trade news. But like I said before, losses are part and parcel of the game here. So we gotta be, just gotta be chill about it. After a loss, we always have to go back. It's a lesson learned. Analyze why you lose, right? Yeah, I hope that price step into the buy zone as well. It's a very strong buy. Yeah, recent charts for most pairs are shit, definitely. Because it's all building up to NFPs, have been ranging. Okay, why do I look for buys here? Because of this big engulfing candle and a subsequent impulse candle above it. So there's a lot of buying pressure here, as well as a lot of liquidity sits here. So this is a very, very strong zone. It's a liquidity zone as well as a fresh support and order block zone as well. Alright? So this is where I'll be looking for my buys. But as I said before, December and November is a pretty hard month to trade. So you guys have to be careful when you're trading. Risk management is the key, right? Though I'm not in your channel, but I'm a funded trader too. Happy to see it. Thank you so much, bro. Right. So so my goal is to create a community to help traders, learn from one another, right? Not selling $4,000 courses or bullshit like that. I believe in free education, right? We're just helping one another out. Because at the end of the day, I just want everyone to be successful, right? You never know a kind gesture now, how much impact might it change for someone else's life. So let's just keep it a fun community, right? No hits, no nothing, just pure education. Liquidity zone and liquidity pool. Okay, liquidity zone is where you have massive sweeps like that. When prices steps back, you have massive buying pressure going in. Liquidity pool is where there's a lot of indecision, creating a lot of accumulation zone here. You take your losses with pride. Yes, for me, I believe in transparency, right? I believe in pure transparency. So, losses are losses. If you are a profitable trader, you guys will know that losses are imminent. You will have losses. If you don't have losses, I don't know how are you not a billionaire, right? You have to take your losses with pride because it's your losses that change who you are. Am I right to say that? It's your losses that shows who you are. Because if you take your losses, you have a lot to learn from your losses. You have nothing much to learn from a win, right? But your losses, you can see which part did you take wrong? What's your wrong analysis here, right? Yesterday, I admit, my GJ took a loss because I traded on an engulfing candle because I thought that order block will hold, but it didn't hold because I forget to check on what the Bank of Japan said, right? The possible intervention. I missed out on that part, so I purely look on technical. So that was why the GJ trade failed yesterday. And I admit that was my mistake on that part. I didn't manage to look at my economic analysis and news for that because I look at my files and I saw yellow folders. I thought it wasn't high impact, but it was because a speech from a member from Bank of Japan of tightening policy. That's why we see Japanese yen flew, right? And GJ dumped very hard. So that was my mistake. And that was something I learned, right? Where are you from, user? What's your advice on holding trades? Depending on whether you're holding in profit or holding in losses. Yeah, this buy zone is very strong, so I'm waiting for this buy zone to tap. Oh, you're from Singapore? Yeah, I'm from Singapore too. You can drop me a text or something on Telegram. Why never trade London session? I'm not forcing a trade. I have my setups. If it hits, it hits. If it doesn't hit, I don't take the setup. OB is order block. So for me, I don't trade unless it's in my zone. You don't have to force a trade. Yeah, price is getting weaker as well. I'm waiting for liquidity to be taken out. Yes, everyone, right? The number one mistake that everyone make is to force a trade, right? The number one mistake is that everyone is forcing a trade. That's why you lose. Because when you force a trade, number one, you're unsure with what you are doing. You don't have confidence in your trade because you're trading because you want to trade and you're forcing a trade. And then when you have no confidence what you're doing, what is gonna happen when you don't have the confidence? You do not have confidence in your setup. So this is why you will tend to close early, right? When you see your trade, you're unsure of your own trade. You don't have confidence in your own setup. This is why you close early. This is why a lot of people close early their trades. That's why you have to be patient, wait for your setup to hit, and this is where you have the confidence to hold your trades. Does it make sense? For me, yesterday, right, I hit one loss, I hit a break-even trade, and I didn't take any trade after that because prices are in a sideways channel and I expect a lot of manipulation to happen. So I didn't take any trade yesterday. I stayed out of it because I don't like the price action. You don't have to force a trade every single day, guys. Just take the high probability one. Alright? Okay, anyway, I'll be ending live in about 2 to 3 minutes. So those of you guys who want to join our free Telegram channel for our analysis and educational content, just click the link in our TikTok bio, okay? Yeah, so my GG trade, I hit stop loss. If you guys see my Telegram, and I'm very transparent about my losses. So it lines up with all my technicals. You know, RSI was super oversold on every single time frame, and my order block and my fair value gaps. But but the fundamentals doesn't line up with my technicals. So that was why I hit a loss on that GG trade. Maybe I should do some trade recaps on my losses instead of winners, right? Okay. Or like what the Wolf of Wall Street says, right? You gotta judge on my losses. Judge me on my losses, not my winners. Because I have so few. I'm just kidding. But yeah. So those of you guys who are new here, you guys can go to Telegram. You can see our daily, weekly performance. You can see our win rate. Everything is transparent. Losses, winners, everything is transparent. You can just go and see our daily and weekly performance. Right? As long as you can plot zones from scratch like me. No, no. Plotting zones doesn't give you doesn't mean that you become profitable, right? Plotting zones helps you to understand the market better, but still you still have to have experience as well, and trading psychology, and obviously risk management. So these are the things that you want to look out for. Alright? Okay, I'm gonna end my live soon. So those of you guys who want to join our free Telegram channel, click on the link inside our TikTok bio. We're gonna give out free signals, analysis, and courses as well for you guys. And remember to download our courses, okay? I put in a lot of work for the slides. Alright, just go to our Telegram channel, click on files, and download it. Right, we also have a discussion channel. You guys can chat with me after my live as well. We can, chat or something. And probably I'll go live for New York session as well to see how NFP does. And then we can analyze the market after that. Alright, see you after we get tap in. Alright, see you guys. Take care, guys. See you guys later.